A man used a MasterChef system to make a fried pork cutlet, and it turned a North Korean into a defector on the spot. Jack failed to complete the task the system gave him, and lost access to the MasterChef system he'd only had for a few days. Around that time, a North Korean man accidentally ended up there. He had been sailing at sea, but lost his way in bad weather, and drifted into a South Korean military base. For the South Korean military, getting a North Korean to defect would be a huge win. So everyone wanted to seize the opportunity, and convince him to stay. But the man only wanted to get back to North Korea as fast as possible, and had no interest in sticking around. However, just sending him back wasn't an option. If anything went wrong, they would all be held responsible. The squadron leader decided he couldn't let the man leave, but to get him to defect on his own, they couldn't use force. The man held firm. He wouldn't even drink a sip of water. He refused to do anything that would betray his country. Then his stomach let out a growl. Seeing this, the squadron leader immediately had all kinds of food brought over for him to choose from. But the man refused to touch any of it. The director suddenly remembered there was a fried pork cutlet left. John had been about to sneak off and eat it himself, but just as he lifted it to his mouth, the director called. When the fried pork cutlet was placed in front of the man, he burst out laughing. He couldn't believe that someone who wouldn't eat fine dining would be tempted by a simple fried pork cutlet. To keep the man from feeling embarrassed, the director quietly cleared everyone else out of the room. At first the man had no intention of eating it, but when the smell of the fried pork cutlet hit him, he couldn't sit still anymore. He slowly pulled the plate toward himself, picked up a piece, and put it in his mouth. After that first bite, the man felt like he was standing on a rock stage, made just for fried pork cutlets, belting out an excited, electrifying song to express just how good it tasted. The squadron leader heard someone singing inside, and both of them got curious and wanted to take a look. While the two were going back and forth about it, the captain suddenly showed up. But just as he asked what was going on inside, a blood-curdling scream came from the room. The captain thought they were torturing the man. Then another scream rang out. They rushed inside right away. There was the man, slumped back in his chair. They all thought something terrible had happened. Then the man's eyes snapped open, and with his face full of excitement, he made an announcement. He wanted to be a rock singer who sang about freedom. And just like that, a North Korean became South Korean. All because of a fried pork cutlet.